Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Vangelus, and I'm here to tell you today about a man you should trust. His name is Longarm Prime, and he is our future. As you can see, his vehicle mode is a very helpful alien crane. Its caterpillar tracks afford it a lot of mobility in the alien terrains where he may have to lift things up and down. Longarm Prime's a Samaritan like that. He lifts things for you. He picks them up, he puts them down. However, intelligence revealed that Longarm Prime has a third mode. Obviously he'd been keeping it secret because he's Longarm Prime. He was keeping it from us for our own good. And it's just in case, the evil Decepticons attack him out of nowhere. His innocent-looking and, I say again, humanitarian alien crane mode can regrettably transform for battle quite simply by flattening out and, in a very cool touch of engineering, kablam! 2 more out the sides, and Longarm Prime is forced to do battle. Now, there are some people, some disgusting, horrible, loathsome people, who have been slandering him, saying this is some kind of war mode, some kind of evidence that Longarm Prime's intentions are anything but pure. And that is not the truth, ladies and gentlemen. This is called self-defense! His 3 cannons are all independently raise and lowerable, so, he's really equipped for, the unfortunate circumstances. And you'll notice, unlike some people who clearly besmirched him with graffiti, there's no Decepticon logo. No! Longarm Prime is an Autobot. Longarm Prime is justice incarnate. Longarm Prime saved me from a burning building! Now let's get to his robot mode. One cool thing, because he's so conscious of the well-being of others, his cannon, in just one flip, it's back to its nice, safe, helpful, humanitarian crane mode. The rest of his transformation's fairly simple. I'd say this is one of the only knocks against him, is, there's not a lot really to do here. You can see the robot mode fairly well here, and it's really a case of straightening things out and that kind of thing. Although there is a really cool touch, which I haven't seen mentioned yet, and now look at this. With a spring-loaded action, this shin piece, I think you can see here, it springs up when it's like this, and then it goes vadoop, and it's down. It's solid. It's solid like any promise made by Longarm Prime. Now his arms, you wouldn't expect it, but they actually do connect via these little things that you can just fold up like that. He is an intelligence officer, and his physical shape does kind of show it, although he's got, nice broad shoulders, but he's not a man of action. That's why I said that tank mode is self-defense. Longarm Prime is a man of words, a man of peace. Look at this face. This is a face you can trust. By the way, that mouth, when you buy this toy, his face will look like it has no mouth. I added that in with a pen. Saving the world and saving the homeless and curing cancer and curing the homeless of their diseases that make them not have homes. This is Longarm Prime. Naturally, since he's Longarm Prime, his limbs can all get a little bit longer. He's fairly posable, especially considering his body type. He's able to do a lot. He can also wield his crane as a last-ditch self-defense method. Some other poses he can do are 2 classic thinking man poses, because Longarm Prime is a thinking man. He thinks long and hard about how he can fix our problems. He can cross his arms like this. You can even have him, put his arms behind his back, so he's pacing. He's pacing, thinking, what can I do about these jerks? But I don't think they're jerks. I'm a Longarm Prime. I love everyone. He salutes you all. All the brave men and women out there doing their part to make it in this crazy world. All the brave soldiers out there fighting for the sake of what it is they believe in. That is Longarm Prime. It really goes without saying that I believe in Longarm Prime. Vote Longarm Prime this election, ladies and gentlemen, because he is the future. Longarm Prime is the future. Thank you very much, and good night. But now that the naive fools have taken their leave, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the truth. Longarm Prime harbors a deep, dark secret. Now, I'd show you what I'm talking about, but really you all know what's coming, so why don't we just epic it up a little bit? This is Transformers animated Shockwave, and he's freaking cool. I love how his Longarm Prime to Shockwave transformation involves changing every single piece of his body. It's very satisfying. By the way, his cannon, you can do a cool little Armada Megatron homage. Yes, I love the Armada Megatron drawn design. Toy not so much, but I actually like his design overall. The hip-mounted cannon and the antlers, which are also homaged here, as well as the practically shared tank modes between these two guys. And I just like how you can have this thing, hanging off the side. I kind of like having it sticking up like this, if it's on his back. You can also have him hold it like a gun, which also gives you the classic Shockwave giant gun arm homage. But to be perfectly honest, I'm not really into how he looks holding a gun. I don't feel it suits his character. From what I've seen of it. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, you can have him do some neat poses, like, the battlefield command pointing kind of thing. His posability, by the way, is very cool. It's just a shame about his head joint here, which leaves his head a little crooked in a lot of shots. But you can have him do stuff like that, or you can have him take aim and, roast you alive after he's won over your trust as the benevolent humanitarian Longarm Prime. And it's not bad. I mean, he's capable of cool gun poses, but really, I think he shines the most without this thing, which, I mean, his alt modes are neat, but really the whole figure is about the robot-to-robot transformation. That's what you're paying for, that's what you're buying this guy for most of the time. It's if you're not after the robot-to-robot, I'd even say this guy might not be worth going for. This eye is so bright when you get the light in there correctly. But yeah, I love how this guy looks. He's got a great aesthetic. He's really, really tall compared to Longarm Prime. He grows several inches at least. It's okay, maybe like 1 or 2. Hyperbole's fine. This is animated Shockwave. His articulation, you saw his fingers. Really, he's only kind of limited in the shoulders, and this is because you're going by the animation model. These are supposed to come up. If you leave these down, he's got a bit of a different look, but also a bit more posability here. The engineering on this guy is really cool, and he can do some neat poses, like the Longarm Prime poses. Every one of those, this guy does better. I mean, the crossed arms. This pose really, I feel, is iconic for this toy, even if he's never done it in the show. Just the whole thing of, like, he's just sitting there watching you. He's just like, I'm Shockwave. I'm a spoiler. I was a twist. I was an M. Night Shyamalan. You can have him kind of look like he's walking. I mean, there's also Are All Dead. PR rocks for taking that photo, but I feel the internet as a whole may have run that into the ground by themselves. He's taking a stroll. Because he's just ruined your life, and he's taking stock in how logically he's done it. Overall, animated Shockwave, this is an incredible toy in my opinion. If you're into the robot-to-robot conversion, buy him when he comes out, I believe around December. If you're not into the vehicle modes, the robot-to-robot really overshadows both vehicle modes. However, I don't think the vehicle modes are that bad. They're just, they're Cybertronian, you gotta deal with that. Get Shockwave when he comes out, because if you don't, he'll find out. This has been Internet Personality Vangelus giving you a highly biased review because I love this toy! The other two may have the purple, but he has the style.